Welcome back, subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. On this occasion it's just a moment in time. I came across this railway station in the district of Istria, or the county of Istria, and we've come across this railway station, and I think, as I swing the camera around, you would pronounce it as Cerovlje. Cerovlje. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go with Cerovlje. And it's just a small little station in the middle of nowhere in a nice little town, and it looks terrific. So I'll have a look around. Let's see what we see. Now, the first thing I'll sort of show you is this amazing tree that's right next to the station, and it is a beauty. That is one heck of a tree. And if I was in my youth, I'd try to, if I lived in the area, I'd probably try to come and climb it. But anyway, so this is the railway station. It's not very big. I do believe the railway, the station master actually lives within the building. There is a monument here in relation to the end of the Second World War, and those who can speak Croatian or who would like to translate it, that's what we got here, which is good. So I'll have a good look around. It looks like there are some maintenance machinery here, so they do repairs along the railway line from this location. There is a water well for pumping water. Whether it works, I don't know. I doubt it. No, not today. It is not going to happen today. So this is the railway line. And you can see this initial track that's closest to the railway station is no longer in use. But there is a live railway train or line that does operate. Here's another angle of the railway station. It is a beauty. I like it. It's a homely little railway station. So he's got two chimneys up the top there. He's got his satellite dish wherever the station master is. And there's a waiting area. Where one would wait out of the weather to catch the train. And I'd say this is where you'd catch or buy your ticket. Yeah, it is. So you'd put your money through here and a ticket would be given to you. It has a bit of a musty smell in here, but that's okay. There is a timetable on display. There it is right there. This will give you a bit of an idea for those who can read it. I'd have to sort of look at it and study it for a while to be able to read it. And the idea of me doing these railway stations is if you're a local back in the day, you've migrated to another country, or you just want to reminisce about maybe where family have come from, and you've sort of type in their homeland and hometown, this might give you some memories. So there are toilets here. I don't know if these are any good. No, they're locked. But there are toilets here, but they're locked up. Yeah, they're all secure, they're all locked. No one's going into the bathrooms here. It'd be cool if all of a sudden the train came past, but I doubt it. Now you can see there's a lot of these little little lizard things. I'm not sure what they're called. It's just up there behind that downpipe. And you'll see him run off in a minute. Oh, he's gone. There he is. Oh, he's hiding. They are everywhere. He's found a good cubby house. But it is a clean station. It's terrific. So once again, it's really for those people who might have come from this area or region, have done a search for towns where they used to come from, or you've had a visit, you've come out this way on holidays and thought it was pretty good, and you might reminisce about this location. So here we have the railway sheds that are nearby. Needs a bit of maintenance with the roof, and unfortunately there's a bit of graffiti tags about. Yeah, the roof has really had it. It looks like it's open. Oh, they've locked it, but someone's kicked it in. And what do we got here? Wow. I don't know if you can see that. Obviously, someone's made it a little cubby house, maybe for the local kids. They get together here, have a bit of a chit chat, and hang out. I think no harm's done with that happening. The graffiti's a bit of a worry, but it is what it is. So it does look like some sort of maintenance is going to take place. So they've got some timber here, some boards. Either they'll make it more secure so people don't damage it any further, or they might dress it up. And I'm not sure what you'd use this for, but who's to say? Now just across the road to the railway station, you've got this place. Now it looks like it used to be an old coffee shop, maybe even a restaurant back in the day, but unfortunately it is no longer. It looks like it's been closed for some time. And there's towns like this scattered throughout Croatia in general. As I've said earlier, we're in Istria and we're hanging around here, and some of these smaller towns, how do I explain it without being too rude? A lot of them are unfortunately dying a slow death purely because there's just not enough people to accommodate the houses, maybe run the farms. And the days of families having like half a dozen kids is no longer. Now it's just, you'll have a lot of families just have one or two children, and that's really about it. So then places like this, unfortunately, just don't survive anymore. Okay, so this is where I take the opportunity when the drone is airborne to do more research about this particular location, as opposed to just wandering around and surmising as we did the walk around together. So this is the information that I've been able to discover. Cerovlje as a settlement was already formed in the 13th century when it was the property of the Patriarchy of Aquileia. Then it passed on to the ownership of the Diocese of Pican, and finally the county of Pazin. The settlement is first mentioned in the Istrian divide of the 14th century, and then in 1498 in the Ubar of the county of Pazin. Now the Ubar is basically when they're doing the clearing of land for agriculture. It gained importance with the passage of the Divaci Pullin Railway in 1876, and this was run by the Istrian State Railway. Now, if you do recall, as we were going around, we did see a monument that was right next to the railway station, and I have been able to do a little bit of research, and the monument was erected on October the 20th, 1979, in the memory of the death of Ivica Gasparovich Gasa.
in 1944. He was the secretary of the SKOJ, which was the Union of Communist Youth of Yugoslavia, and he was in charge of the regional committee for Istria. Also, from the railway station, you can take or catch the train from here that will take you to Pula and possibly Rijeka, but you'd have to do an exchange at another location if you intend to go to Rijeka. So other than that, please enjoy the aerial views of this lovely town.
So that's really about it with this railway station. We've had a chat with the security guy who's looking after that shed with all the tools there, and you would have seen like the tractor looking machinery. He's keeping an eye on that. He doesn't expect anyone stealing anything. It's just part of the protocol of having security there. And he said this whole area and this particular station is getting upgraded. He said, oh no, it's definitely getting upgraded. It's going to be a lot more modern, and all the plans are in place, and they're starting to bring a lot more, say, materials to the site as they come available. So even though it might look a little bit shabby for some, it's all getting upgraded. So that's just fantastic. So there you go. So I'm glad he was able to interrupt us. And he gave me some great information. So once again, if you did like the video, by all means, click on that like button or that thumbs up icon. Please consider subscribing. Subscribing doesn't cost you 1 cent, and it really does help the channel immensely. But most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and have a great day. And thank you for your time for watching this little video.